Hey guys, how you going? This is BillyEatWorld, and today we're going to take a look at what I think are the top 5 differences between Battlefield Hardline and Battlefield 4. I'm sure the question most of you BF4 veterans are asking yourself is whether Hardline is going to be worth buying, so hopefully this video helps to explain at least the more obvious differences that I've noticed. Now, bear in mind that Hardline is still only in beta, and while I think what we're seeing is a good representation of the final release, there will be a whole bunch of changes to come. For this reason, I'm not going to get into connection stability or even balancing, because this isn't perfect in a beta, and it's something that DICE took over a year to get right in Battlefield 4. But anyway, to kick off, coming in at number 5 is the loadout system. In BF4, weapons are unlocked by getting points with a certain class, and although Hardline is similar, it gives you more freedom to unlock whatever you want. Instead of points, Hardline uses a cash system, which is earned through getting kills or contributing to your team, and this can be used to buy weapons, attachments, and all of your other gear. Weapon categories are still specific to certain classes, but unlike in BF4, you can use cash you earn with any class to unlock the weapons and attachments of any other class in any order you like. This means you can basically unlock your preferred weapon and attachments within a few hours, and this means that new players won't have a lot of weapons to choose from, but at least they won't be at a disadvantage for very long. And coming in next at number 4 is faction-based weapons. Faction-based weapons are something we haven't seen for quite a while in the Battlefield series, and to be honest I think they've focused more on factions in Hardline than any other game in the series. You can either play as the cops or the criminals, and each faction has specific weapons that aren't available to the other faction unless you have a weapon license. You can get a weapon license by racking up 300 kills with a weapon, which does take a while, but considering all of the other attachments are very easy to unlock, it's a bit of a nod to players who like the grind. Personally, I don't mind the new system because faction-based weapons make Hardline more realistic, and considering this game isn't as realistic as BF4, it's nice to see they've at least included a few little things like this. So coming in at number 3 is vehicles. Vehicles have always been a key feature of Battlefield games, but as you're not likely to see police forces driving around in tanks, most vehicles in Hardline are considerably softer skinned and are damaged by regular gunfire. On the other hand, the mechanic kit no longer has access to mines or rocket launchers, which are now battle pickups, so this means that you won't necessarily die any quicker in a vehicle than you normally do. That isn't to say that the vehicles in Hardline can't pack a punch though. Quite a few of the vehicles have mounted LMGs and miniguns, which might be a little unrealistic considering the police theme. In any case, there's plenty of things to drive or fly around the battlefield to keep vehicle players entertained, while giving the rest of us infantry players a little bit more freedom that we don't have in BF4. And coming in next at number 2 is weapon handling. Gunplay is definitely one of the most important aspects of any FPS game, and Hardline is very different from Battlefield 4 in a lot of ways, particularly in terms of spread and recoil. The two categories I've been playing with the most have been the carbines, which seem to have more spread and recoil, and the semi-auto sniper rifles, which seem to have less. The shotguns and SMGs have also changed a fair bit, and they seem to have been buffed considerably, meaning ARs are now not the undisputed king of the battlefield. Also, the way weapon attachments affect handling has been changed up a fair bit too, with the heavy barrel now also reducing recoil, and the compensator affecting the vertical recoil rather than the side-to-side recoil. And finally, coming in at number 1 is map design. The reason this point is at number 1 is because map design has always been the biggest defining feature of every Battlefield game, and although the maps in Hardline and BF4 have got a lot in common, they are very different. Putting aside the obvious differences in theme, the first thing you notice about the maps in the Hardline beta is the smaller scale compared to BF4 and the fact that there isn't as much destruction. This is kind of a sore point for many BF4 veterans, but I think fans of other shooters will appreciate this a lot more because there's a lot more consistent action for infantry players. Personally, I think if Hardline was trying to be a BF4 clone, this would be unacceptable, but knowing it's an arcadey spin-off of the main series, I think it's a nice bridge between the traditional large-scale BF format and the tight infantry-focused maps of most other shooters. But anyway, that just about wraps up my top 5, so back to the original question, is Hardline worth buying for fans of BF4? Well, this game isn't meant to be like BF4 in every respect, and you may love or hate that, but the sooner we all start accepting that this is not just an expensive DLC, the sooner we'll all start to appreciate what Hardline does offer. I've personally been having a lot of fun with the Hardline beta, and while there has been some frustrating moments, I can definitely say there's been a lot less problems than there was with the BF4 beta. With all that being said, if you haven't already tried out the Hardline beta, then definitely give it a go because it is a lot of fun, even if it's not 100% your traditional BF4 style game. But anyway guys, that just about wraps up this video, so let me know what you think in the comment section below, and as always, if you like what you see, please remember to like, comment and subscribe. If you haven't already, please check out all my other Battlefield videos. I've got them all linked in a playlist in the description below, and until next time, see you later and have a good one.